Welcome back, everyone. English in construction is our topic, and we are going to be talking about safety. In this session, we are going to look at some safety rules and warnings, as well as basic PPE. Well, I'll explain what that means. Right here, I will explain it actually. So that would be personal protective equipment or safety equipment. Right here at the top, you will see safety boots, safety goggles, safety gloves, safety helmet, and the task is to match the pictures with the words. I'll give you exactly 2 seconds to complete it. You can take a screenshot and just connect the pictures with the words. If you are in the class, then of course you will have it on the worksheet and you can use this to check the answers. So number 1 was safety helmet, number 2 safety gloves, number 3 would be the safety boots, and safety goggles is number 4 right here. Okay, in our next task here, you are going to listen to warnings, and what you will have to do is match the warnings with the warning sign. I'm just going to read them out one by one. So number 1 is you must wear a hard hat on the building site. You must wear a hard hat on the building site, and that will be, of course, this one right here. So we can write number 1 there. Number 2, don't go through that door. Don't go through that door. That's this one right here. So we put a number 2. Number 3, you must wear safety gloves everywhere in the factory. You must wear safety gloves everywhere in the factory. So that's this one right here. Don't touch the machine. It's very hot. Don't touch that machine. It's very hot. That would be number 4 right there. Number 5, be careful, high voltage electricity. You might get an electric shock. Number 5 right there. Number 6, well, what could it be? Number 6, you mustn't use your mobile phone here. No mobile phones. You mustn't use the mobile phone right here. Okay, this is just the quick introduction to our topic. We are going to be looking at the importance of the shape of these signs, the colors that are used in these signs, and so on and so on. Okay, so a couple of examples just to get us focused on the topic itself. Now, we are going to have to, in the next task, look at a couple of sample sentences and match the expressions or add the expressions. So here we have don't, might, must, or mustn't. This would be a listening task, but we're not going to do that now. All right, so let's just have a look at the answers. We'll just practice with the sample sentences. So number 1, you must wear a hard hat on the building site. Number 2 is something, go through that door. This can only be don't go through that door. Okay, don't go through that door. You must wear safety gloves everywhere in the factory is number 3. Number 4, don't touch that machine, it's very hot. Number 5, be careful, high voltage electricity. You might get an electric shock. And number 6, you must not use your mobile phone here. You mustn't use your mobile phone here. You mustn't use your mobile phone here. Right, okay, so these were our sentences from the listening task. Now, we are going to look at the different types of signs, and we are going to read about warning signs, prohibition signs, and mandatory signs or mandatory action signs. Okay, now let's take a quick look. So warning signs we are going to be starting with. These signs, these signs warn you about danger. They say like this: warning, danger, be careful, look out. There is a danger or hazard here. You might injure yourself. The signs are yellow and black in color and triangular in shape. Here are some examples. So, warning or danger signs. So, number one is warning, poison. That would be C, given as an example. Number two is danger, fire hazard. So, which one is fire hazard? Hopefully, you all guessed it right, and that would be E right here. Fire hazard, that's E. Triangular in shape, okay, and yellow in color. Prohibition signs. These signs prohibit an action. They say do not, or you must not do this, or never do this. Something that is not allowed, something that is mamnu. The signs are red, white, and black in color and round. Here are some examples. You must not lift this with a hook. Must not lift this with a hook. That's B. Never take the guard off this machine, or don't take the guard off this machine, or you must not take the guard off this machine, and that is sign D right here. The third type we are looking at is called mandatory action or mandatory signs. These signs order you to do something. Okay, so prohibition told you what not to do or what is not allowed. Warning was just danger, be careful. Mandatory will tell you what you should, what you must do. What you must do. That's a bit stronger than should. So, mandatory action signs. These signs order you to do something. They say, do this. You must do this. Always do this. These signs are blue and white in color and round. Here you see some examples in number 5 and 6. Number 5 reads, always read the manual before you service the machine. That is sign A. And number 6, you must use the guard on this circular saw. The circular saw is right here in F. You must always use the guard. Okay, so these were warning, prohibition, and mandatory action signs. Okay, the 3 groups of signs that we will be looking at in today's session. Questions? No questions. All right, then let's move on. Always do, do not, must, mustn't, never. We'll have to match these with the sentences right here. So number 1, use a lighted or a lit match in this workshop. You will see that is a prohibition. Never use a match in this workshop. Never, or do not would also be a possible answer. Oh, I'm jumping ahead. Anyway, number 2, you've already seen it. Always wash your hands after using these chemicals. Always wash your hands. Now, sometimes I see students put must here. Must wash your hand. It would be correct, but with must, the sentence starts with you. You must. Okay? You must or you mustn't. Always wash. With always, we don't have to put you always. No, always do this, always do that, never do this. Or just simply do this, don't do this. Must, mustn't is with you. You must, you mustn't do something. All right, next one. Do not enter this small space. Also possible to say, Never enter this small space. But mustn't enter is not correct. You must not enter. Number 4 is again mandatory. You must wear safety boots. When you lift this, you must wear safety boots. Number 5, the no smoking sign. Do not smoke in this factory. Number 6, you must not touch this machine with bare hands. Okay, now we would need to complete each sentence with these pair of verbs. So you got lift and injure, reverse, hit, use, start, carry, drop, allow, injure, service, trap, run, slip, leave, roll, and so on and so on. This is about what you should or you should not do, or mostly it's what you should not do, and what might or could happen. Okay, so first one here is don't run inside the workshop. You might slip on an oily patch on the floor. Okay, again, you can take a screenshot, answer all, match the verbs with the sentences, and then just check the answers. I'm just going to continue. Yeah, we can just check the answers now. Right, so don't use petrol to burn rubbish or waste. You could start a big fire. Number 3, don't leave a car on brake and in gear. It could roll backwards and injure somebody. Don't allow customer into the workshop. They might injure themselves or hurt themselves. Number 5, don't reverse inside the workshop. You might hit somebody or something. Couple of more sentences here. Don't climb a ladder which is unsecured. You could fall and hurt yourself. Don't service a car engine in poor light. You might trap your hand. Don't carry objects from raised storage areas down a ladder because you could drop them. Don't lift heavy objects without a hoist. You might hurt or you might injure your back. Don't walk on the raised forks of a forklift truck. An object could fall off and hit you. Right, so that was task number 6. And I think we got one more task right here. Let us just complete the warnings here. Take care, heavyweight. You could or you might injure your back. Number 2, warning. There is a cold surface here. You could injure your hand or you might injure your hands and arms. Number 3, you could or you might trap your hand in the gears. Danger, there are lasers in this laboratory. You could or you might injure your eyes. Okay, right. So this was our first unit on safety. Does anybody have any questions? You can write a comment or you can ask me. We looked at different types of signs, okay? If you remember, warning signs, prohibition or mandatory action signs, and we look at the language that's generally used with them: always, never, don't, you must not, and so on and so on. Hopefully you found it useful. If you don't have any questions, then thank you for your attention, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.